After watching my brother kill Kento, it felt like time had frozen. I just kept running, hoping if I ran fast enough I would wake up to find this was all just some fucked up dream. I wanted so badly for it to not be real, but it was. Deep down, I knew something had shifted, something that could never be undone. I could feel it inside, changing me, like my code was somehow being rewritten. I couldn't make sense of it, but it was undeniable, and I was scared shitless. With Nihonto on our trail, I knew our house wasn't safe, so I went to my old friend Mako's place to figure out what to do next. Meanwhile, Jasper had managed to get away. He ran home to look for me, but only found my sword. He grabbed it and headed straight to the one place he knew I would be, just barely evading Nihonto's men. Mako's spot was located in one of the subterranean districts of the city. It was the perfect place to hide. She was the smartest person I knew. She sold a tech patent when she was 16 for a shit ton of money, so her place was pretty sick. It was really more of a lab with some couches to crash on than it was a house, but it often felt like a second home to us. We were there a lot after our dad died, and after Kento, Mako was the closest thing to family that we had left. Once Jasper showed up, we told Mako the whole story. She basically commanded us to stay there and lay low. We spent a week cramped up in that lab, never leaving once. I gave my sword to Mako so she could run some tests on it, though it felt uneasy and strangely difficult to part with. She determined that the blade was made of some unknown material. She also learned that it had some strange reactive properties that seemed to both fascinate and kind of freak her out. Jasper, on the other hand, wouldn't allow Mako to test his sword. He wouldn't even let either of us touch it. I mean, he held it while he slept. And if you thought that was weird, it gets worse. That week, he got more and more obsessed with the sword. He couldn't stop looking at it. Sounds crazy, but I think I even caught him whispering to it at times. He seemed like an entirely different person, like he was possessed. I tried talking to him about what happened with Kento, but whenever I did, he would completely shut down. Aside from the obvious trauma of what happened that day, I knew something else had to be going on with him. It was unsettling. I was scared. Mako and I knew that it had to be the sword's doing. Worried that my sword could have the same effect on me, or maybe it already was, I asked Mako if she could hide it away somewhere safe. She told me that she was concerned Jasper might try to take it, so she constructed a case that could only be opened by scanning my iris and locked my sword inside. One night while we were sleeping, I was woken up by a loud explosion. Next thing I knew, there was smoke everywhere, and I could see armed men coming in through the door. Nihonto had somehow found us.